all of these teams, Vegas is saying are not favored to make the college football playoff necessarily. So plus 310. Look, if you feel good about any of these teams making the college football playoff, then bet on it, right? So somebody's got to make it, right? Somebody here is going to win the
Mhm.
Big 12, and they're going to make it. So I think there's value here. And I think this creates a lot of interest in the Big 12, honestly, because I think a lot of people will bet on these numbers. But I think Utah's a good bet. Uh, Utah, look, it's springtime. Everybody's super positive. Everybody feels like they can win a conference championship at this time of the year. But I wouldn't be surprised if Utah didn't get some of their swagger back this year. Getting Cam Rising back, got some players coming back. Always really good along the lines of scrimmage. I think they're gonna eat like the big dog out there in the Big 12. I feel like. So I feel like Utah would be a pretty good bet. What do you think about these here? Arizona returned a lot of talent, although they have a new coach. So I'm kind of, I'm kind of questioning them. Now they're not they've never even been in a 14 playoff discussion. So this
Mhm.
is a team that's never even made a playoff. I don't know. I don't know that it's wise to bet on that, but boy, they sure had a good team and had a lot of momentum last year, and a lot of that talent comes back. And oh, by the way, have a Heisman caliber quarterback. And if you don't believe me, look at the Vegas Heisman odds and Noah Fafita. So, what are your thoughts on these three teams? I know you like Kansas State as well.
Yeah, you're splitting hairs between Utah and Kansas State. I think that's a really good number to make the playoffs. And for the value, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of with you. Kansas State would be a good bet to me. If you went with either of those teams, I think you're okay. So maybe you put a little bit of money on each of them, and hope that it pans out. I'm trying to do the math here. I'm not really sure that if you put even money on each of them, if that would work. But um, yeah, it doesn't work when you do it.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. Anyway, so I the interesting one here to me is Arizona. And look, I'm telling y'all, Arizona is a phony of a team, right? Going into the season, they're supposed to be some top 25 team. They're not, you know. I think that Jed Fish is a top 25 coach, and that's what you saw last year when you put on the film
Yeah.
and look at Arizona, you saw him scheming up some damn good plays, and so from everything I've heard, there were a lot of NFL coaches who were watching what Jed Fish was doing and implementing that into their playbook because it was brilliant. It was just some really innovative type of. And I'm not an X's and O's guys. I'm kind of taking this at face value from where I heard it from my source, and so. But by all accounts, he was the team. So I think Washington got a really good head coach, and Arizona is. I'm heavily fading Arizona. Not saying Noah Fafita's not a great player. Not saying McMillan's not a great player, but I don't think that those two alone are going to keep Arizona relevant like they were last year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Um, and Jed Fish is about to probably have a little bit of a tough season this year.
Not
Eh,
to mention at what was it, San Jose State that their head coach came from? He won like 40% of his games last year,
mhm.
and had a losing season the year before that. The COVID year was, I think, the last year that he did good, and won like 10 games or something like that. But he did that in a COVID year, where everything gets an asterisk put by it. So I don't know. I think he kind of hit the head coaching job lottery there, and got a $13 million contract out of it. And I don't know that it was deserved.
Well, if you're a Big 12 fan and there's a team on here that you feel like has a chance to make the playoff, I cannot call Vegas and make that happen for you, but you can comment in the comment section and cry about it if you'd like. Um, I will give you a shoulder to crieth upon. Um, I hate that for Arizona fans, Mason. I really do. Honestly, I mean, it does. It makes me feel bad because Arizona fans were so excited, man. and we do have some Arizona fans that are subscribed to this channel. Shouts out to you, Wildcat fans, but I hate that for the fans because I know that they were really fired up on Jed Fish and the prospect of this Wildcats team going forward.